me just get the live stream up and running on the other computer so that I'm able to see your questions, all that great stuff. All right, looks like maybe we got throttled there for a second. All right, done. I can do it right here even more easily. Let's go here. Let's do this at the same time. Done. While that's going. Wow, I figured out how to do it really quickly now. All right, look at that. We are all done, ready to rock and roll. So today, first off, I'm going to start off with buying a little, let me see if I can do it right here. Ripple, dun da da da. I love Ripple. Likely going to become, hello Kawakawa. Howdy David, how are you guys doing? All right, so we're gonna start off with Ripple. I'm going to walk through a purchase of Ripple. I am a Ripple Army member for sure. Looking for this to potentially be adopted as a gold-backed currency for the new quantum financial system that will potentially be going into place by April 1st. So hedging positions with Ripple portfolio. So this is actually one right here. So this is the Kraken platform for trading. I have XRP CAD because I put my money in CAD. And so you can see right here now I have 640. So adding to my current 10,000 coins that I already have. And here I can do 100% right over there. And it's going to give me 640.9986. It's automatically going to calculate. So really quickly, review and buy. If you want to just buy to potentially get in, you don't really care about the pennies or micro pennies that you're spending, you can simply hit market. If you are looking more to day trade, I'm looking more to hold this longer term. So I would not be that super particular about a cent. Right now it's actually going up. It's 62,177. So it's changing as this market price for the ask is increasing or dropping. Let's look at it on a 5-minute chart as well. This is a 15-minute chart. So if we zoom in over here, there's not a lot of volume on Kraken for 15 minutes, and now it's gone up just a little bit in value. So I'm going to go ahead and simply purchase it. Review and buy, confirm and buy. There we go. Done. Just purchased 1,028 Ripple. All right, back to the trading world. Hello, Cara Leonis. So that's just how easy it can be to buy crypto. You put the money in and you roll it on over. So I am looking at Ripple to, potentially be adopted, have some crazy demand. We'll look at the chart here. We'll talk about other ones as well. Why I think this one will be tanking Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's likely going to be dropping back down and correcting. There's a lot of natural disasters. My question, did you guys experience anything weird at 3:25 a.m. Eastern today? Did anybody? We had I'm going to put it back over here on the main screen. So we had what seemed like a sonic boom last night. Google sonic booms. It's pretty crazy. Like the entire house shook. The earth was shaking and it was just like, it didn't just happen like lightning. We did have a thunderstorm, but it didn't just happen with lightning where it's like boom and then it's done. It was more that the earth was shaking, the house was shaking, and we had a big crash of sound. Supposedly there's a lot of meteors that are coming towards the earth or whatever that's creating these sonic boom sounds. I had a friend in Las Vegas. She said she woke up with a headache at the exact same time. So kind of weird, right? But anything is possible. And it was quite intense. So back to the charts. All right, so on the downward trend here, we saw that they brought the SPY down. They really brought it down. Now maybe they're going to bring it back up to, wow, we're at 388.13.15. We closed the gap up a little bit today, and this blue line is really the gap. So are we going to come back up, hit our 4 EMA up here at 389, 388? I don't know. Let's go look and let's see. Earthquake. I don't think it was. Earthquake, Canada. They have the Richter magnitude 2.8, 3:57 p.m., but that's not in Canada. Good question, MTATS. I didn't check it earlier. 3:21. That was not today. So earthquakes. We are in a fault zone area though, in Montreal. So if you guys don't know where Montreal is, we just go up north of Burlington right here. So there was a tiny little one, tiny yellow, but that wouldn't be, this is the last 30 days. So that wouldn't be it. Let's go here. Even, look, if you sonic boom, right? Toronto, I don't know what that is, but they talk about the news right here. Let's go to news. One day ago, UFO broke sound barrier with no sonic boom. But this fireball meteor creates a massive sonic boom over the UK. So it was weird. Mystery sonic boom, noise shakes homes in the southwest. So we experienced something really weird. They will have tremors that can extend out for hundreds of miles. Yeah, I don't know. But interesting, right? I lived through an earthquake in Philadelphia, actually, where I was in the car and it felt like I was on a boat. It was like, whoa, like this. And we've definitely felt them here before. There was one down in Virginia or something, and we felt it up here because we're on rock. All right, so let's look at, hey, Bat Scientist. So we are testing potentially up here. If we go above 388.70, then a chance that we could rebound, but we are, yeah, I don't think anyone, that was a good thing. I wasn't thinking that at the moment. I was thinking, let me go take care of my kids, right? Because they're probably freaked out based on the fact that the house is shaking and there's this crazy loud noise. So here we have this, it pulled back down. This is bouncing. I'm still anticipating this to be a potential rollover. Let's see what we have for the prints for today. Last time I looked was fairly early in the morning. And it's weird. Why is it not showing me? Looks like we don't have very many today. 387.46 would be the level that I would watch, which was the close from yesterday. Yeah, I was like ninja jumping out of bed. It's okay, don't worry. Everything is okay, guys. So, all right. So interesting that the Q's down and everything else is up, right? So let's look at the Q's. We pulled back and we bounced as well. We hit a trend line over here. Where is this trend line set up on our daily chart? How old is this trend line? Let's look at it really quickly. All right. So this was really a top resistance from back here to here, and then it acted a bit as support, danced around it here, and we're bouncing and testing it again. So who knows if this is going to be the bottom bound of a wedge on our daily chart, or we're really going to fail here, draw back down, and then pull all the way back down to 296. Definitely a possibility as well for the Qs. Let's look at the Russell on the daily. That's not looking so healthy. I'm going to get rid of this orange one because that's not looking like that's holding any resistance anytime soon. So it's kind of like, actually, do you guys see this? Let me draw what looks like a bit like a weird head and shoulders, right? This would be the head. This is the left shoulder, right shoulder, and then a drop. So if we come here and we break down from that, let's just see. I wonder if it'll let me do it like this. Roughly 23 points. So let's give this a target. Right here, down 23 points. look at that. It comes back down roughly to this trend line right here, roughly 194. If we continue back to the downside there. All right, and the Dow Jones, we're bouncing back up. We're in a bit of a retracement mode today from yesterday. And Dow Jones as well, we just got the short signal yesterday. It's bouncing back up. Is it going to fail this yellow trend line, which has been support for a long time, all the way back since November 12th? So it did fail it twice before, and then it bounced off pretty much off of the 50 simple moving average. So that would put us back down roughly at 315. So let's see if end of day, remember this is the middle of the day, anything is possible. I really think the crypto space is going to be really big. Today we have the economic summit going on in Europe to discuss the digital transformation and the economy and the situation of the Eastern Mediterranean and relations with Russia in Brussels. We had bigger draw on gas members. Let's see what happens. Unemployment claims are looking better than expected. Clarita disagrees that financial physical support this year position. Tweed, its focus is going to be maximum. We had Yellen mention that she wanted to potentially raise interest rates coming in next year when she comes into position. So that's going to be interesting as well. Hello, Guillermo. Welcome, welcome. All right. So looking at all that, we might see that the financials, they had a big drawdown. Where are we going to end up later today? Right? We're just hitting these moving averages. I'm going to get rid of this block. We have broken out to all-time highs up here, and then we're pulling back. Support at roughly $33. Is this simply a dead cat bounce for a bigger move to the downside? Yes, Crypto J. I actually opened up today's video with a purchase of 1,000 plus coins. Or is this going to drop? Let's check on the VXX as well and see what's going on with the volume down here. So VXX, this is a long-term trend line that has been acting a bit as support on the way. It did adjust and now it's curling back up, but we had the biggest volume right here. So I would look for a break above 1450. An alert, 1461, sounds good to me. Right there. So are we going to scream higher? Hey, last time and most times we move up to this red moving average right here. GME tweezer bottom on 50 daily. Yeah, GME was on my list today too. So let's get into the majors. So we have Microsoft. Let's check out what Microsoft is doing today. So Microsoft couldn't hold above 238. I did talk about this in the past, saying this is a big area of resistance. We need to watch this to see. And it looks as if potentially there's been selling there once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 days. We had selling there, and now we're down below it. So if we break down below 229, going to watch for a test of this red trend line right here. This is the number 1 holding in the S&P 500, number 2 in the Qs, or vice versa. I don't remember. I got to update my list too. So Microsoft and Apple will affect the market. Now, Apple is up today, which could be helping the market. It bounced off of this yellow dash line, which I believe was a dark pool print from the past. I'm going to get rid of these two. These are, I don't need them. And we have a yellow line up here as well. So I think that this might have been a recent dark pool print that we are below. So we're sort of in between the two. So I'd look for either a breakout up above of 122.30 or break down below 118.93. If we break down below there, watch for a test down 116. 115. Amazon had a great day yesterday, correcting a bit today. So we opened up high, pulled back. Today we're still in this box, right? Are we going to break out to the upside here? We have a lot of traffic of moving averages up above us, and then we only have one really down below at $30,009. If we break down from below there, maybe we're going to come back down and test down here, much like what were we just looking at that had that? It was the IWM. All right, let's look at Cisco. You guys know about the boat stuck in the Suez Canal. Does anybody not know about this massive tanker that is stuck in the Suez Canal? Yes, no? Well, they have a tanker that is stuck in the Suez Canal. And it is, it's not this Cisco, but it is a CSCO company, which is interesting to see that this is one of the tickers today. But we look like, yeah, we look like this is potential for a gravestone up here. And maybe we're going to see if we have super high volume. I would really watch this candlestick right here. We're above it right now. We're testing new highs. But many of the microchip companies are really, there's so many companies that need the microchips right now that they're surging higher. But maybe they're pricing in all of these microchips a little early before earnings, and we need to see the earnings reports. Exactly. It's really messing up the supply chain. Did anybody do research as to what Evergreen stands for? Switched computers. Does anyone know? So if we break back down 50, watch out. We could be coming back down here. TSM today had a nice run to the upside, had a nice trade to the upside, had this on my list today, and had a nice run up in the first 45 minutes and then pulled back. LITE. Hello, Anton. Is it Anton? Yeah, it's Anton, not Antoine. So right now, LITE pulled back pre-market, and then it's surging higher. FNGD had this one on my list with the I'm great financial freedom. How about yourself? So FNGD, this is going to be the inverse ETF for FANG stocks. Exactly. Yeah, it's really messing everything up, and it really run aground. So that could really play a role into the cost of certain products that are being moved, right? So FNGD is going to be an inverse ETF. I call it Twitter Birds. That's my little code for it. Number one holding is Twitter. Number two is Tesla, then Apple. All of these are red. When these are red, FNGD moves to the upside. I'm actually going to get rid of these because I don't want these on here because it's not part of it. So this is an ETN only good when it is in negative motion. So this one moved up to the upside, tested that top out of 412 today. You're pretty much all in on Microsoft. DP, do you have a stop set in place in case it goes against you? That would be my question. All right, FNGD over here. So let me go back to my list. And then the other one related to banks, right? We have so much going on with banks today that the banking sector was heavily hit. So I also had FAZ on my list today as a potential trade to the long side or short, and it ended up being a short today, down 20 cents. So we'll see. This is now the 31.67 is the low of the year. Now this one will trade inverse to, let's put this up, XLF. So I will put XLF up over here. And I'll put it on the 24-hour chart. So you can see that when this one ended up topping out, there was not that much volume, but this day, March 18th, same day that we had this wick here, higher than normal volume here. So really watching to see 33.57, that would be an area. We had a big consolidation here, and we also had big consolidation here. If this is going through a discount phase on XLF, where this pulls back, maybe we come back down to 31.14 or even lower, that this will surge higher. On average, this tends to bounce up to the 50 simple moving average. If we turn on the 50 simple moving average over here, or all of my moving averages, that would put us down roughly at 32.18. You can see we bounce there. We hit this at the same time. Now, the reason why FAZ is really interesting as well is because, well, it's only going up when the banks are dropping. So this is not one to trade every single day. Proper risk management, great for day trading, would not hold it longer term. It has 3.8 million in the float. Absolutely not. I hope Microsoft goes down by 80%. If it does, I'm going to back up the truck. The more it goes down, the more I will buy. Oh, okay. That's an interesting perspective. What happens if it drops 50%? Are you going to be happy, or would you rather get out at a stop and get back in at 50%? Just a question. I would rather get out and then get back in personally. Yeah, so I like FAS because if this is just in a dead cat bounce, right? The end of day we will see, but if this is in a dead cat bounce scenario, we could see this happen and we could see this happen. So just keep it on watch. That would be potentially $6 move. Again, this is only for people that really understand what they're doing. This is one that can move very, very quickly. Not one that I would normally recommend. It's only because I saw that the financials were being so heavily hit. Better to trade yesterday when I wasn't actually in the market than today. But one to keep on watch. If you start to see that news comes out on the banks or banking system, this might be an instrument that you might look at for a day trade. That's all. Okay, let's continue. Let's put this over here. And then potential shorts for today. NEO, which had a nice rebound day. It rebounded up to the moving average, and now we might roll over again. Let's put on the 15-minute chart. We hit 39. Looks like a little bit of volume came in up here, and we're starting to roll back down. Let's turn off the crossover. There we go. Viacom. I don't know. Was there any news yesterday on Viacom? This is 3 black crows, right? If we close down week today, we are bouncing off that 50 simple moving average. Okay, interesting. DP. Another thought is too, you could take off 50% at a certain stop and then get back in with that other 50%. All right. Now, Riot was also on my short list today. We have 2 that really surged up. So Riot, in relation to Bitcoin, Bitcoin was drawing back. Make the kid. It was 100 4 days ago. What was 100 4 days ago? Viacom? Yeah. Viacom dropped like a rock. It's at a nice 40%, 34% discount. Hey, 34%. Awesome. But I have no idea what the news is. Let's check and see. Consumer stocks mixed. Price offering of Class B common stock. There you go. They had a stock offering yesterday. That's why it dropped so much. They are increasing the float, devaluing the cost per share of stock. So that's why it dropped yesterday. All right, Riot bouncing off of the 50 simple moving average today, up a little bit on the day. Had this as my support, 38. Let's check out, let's leave this one here. Let's check out Bitcoin in relation, see how Bitcoin is doing today. Bitcoin is subject to wide ranges because it is lower float. It's like half the float of GME. So this Riot looks to be bouncing a bit more than Bitcoin today. And there was a large Bitcoin whale that was here at 58,121. If I go, I think it was the Clank app. There we go. For the big whales to see. This will show you the big whales that have traded the coins in the past week. So the biggest whale over the past week was 14,825 Bitcoin 4 days ago at 861 million right here. So if we look 4 days ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's roughly right about here. So it looks like there was a bunch that were selling 4 days ago. And maybe, excuse me, up late from that boom that we had this morning. So this is bouncing off the 50. Will this be a dead cat bounce scenario where it corrects back down? Potential, right? When we look at Bitcoin on the bigger picture, These are the volume weighted anchor prices that it has bounced off of in the past. I don't know why I have it on that one. I'm going to move it to this one. So maybe it's going to come back down to 41.92. This is simply our 50 simple moving average. If we bring this up to the high right here, we're below that. Obviously, we're going to be below this one. How about the low right here? Let's see. We're below that. How about, oops, how about the high of this one right here? We're right there. So maybe, just maybe, it's going to bounce today. I saw some really good chart on Real Vision that would indicate that Bitcoin top will be October 2021. Well, here's something to think about, Mickey the Kid. What happens if the Bitcoin miners in Iceland, if the volcano explodes and they get taken out? What happens if the Three Gorge Dam in China takes out the Bitcoin mining operations in China? I saw something that Chinese energy is the biggest user for Bitcoin mining is Chinese energy. So if China, their Three Gorge Dam that has this gorge where there's a lot of offices that mine Bitcoin, that could really devastate it. And it could devastate the transaction speed, everything like that. So it's just something to think about. And stops are always good in my opinion. All right, so looking at this, this could, if we had this gap, maybe it would also go, you know, the next day down. Let's do this and see from right here. How much lower is that? It's not drawing it. There we go. Oh, right about the same. All right, let me take this. We'll go to this low. Maybe it'll come back down to 46,000 right here. If we drop below, these are all, so bounced off of this one and this one in the past. This is a line we don't need. And this one we can really get rid of. So I would watch these levels, 45, 46,000, then if that breaks, 42,000, and so on down. Let's look at Tesla. So Tesla did have a nice bounce today. However, it's still somewhat in that dead cat, right? This is our highest peak from there. Where are we? We are below all of that volume weighted average price. So it would need to really break up for me to really be interested in buying this longer term. I would need to see it break up above 663. Also right there at the trend line. And let's look at JP Morgan. I know my dad has JP Morgan. He was talking to me about this. Well, you know, I was looking at this. Hey, unless this can break up above 153.78, I think this puppy's going down higher than normal volume with this crazy wick at the top. Not looking pretty for it. Let's check out XLF as well and see about the volume, the anchored volume weighted average price here. Let's throw one up here. So it would need to break above 34 for me to be confident. And what's the date on that? That date is March 15th. Let's go and check out FAS on the flip side. I do have a position in FAS, so that was the 13th, right? Or 14th, what was it? Was it 13th or 14th? I'm tired, guys. You gotta help me out. I'll put it over here. XLF. 15th. Okay, so I have it on the right day. So as long as it stays above 35, I'd be happy long right here. And as long as this stays below, I would be a bear, in my opinion. All right, let's look at XRP today and see who is a member of the XRP army with me. Anyone? Look at how it is bouncing today. This has been in this upward trend. We hit resistance. We had some whales up here. Let's go and look at our XRP whales to see if we can draw any. Now you do have to do a little bit of math to see where it is. Other 18 coins. ER20 tokens. Coin symbol. XRP. I really love this. This is like the dark pool almost for me of the, let me just type it in. The dark pools somewhat of the crypto world. Why won't it let me look up? I don't remember how I looked up the other coins. Maybe it was up here? No. Where was it? Random ERC20. No. Clank. You'll join my army? Awesome. That's what they call the people that hold Ripple for the long term. Whale of the day. Maybe if I click here. Let's see. Top 100. I totally don't remember how I got to Ripple yesterday or the day before. And the 18 other Bitcoins. Sorry, guys. I am Bitcoin and the 18 others. You'd think it would be like a click right here to see the others. Ethereum, no. What if I click here? Ah, explore. Then we go top 100. Do we see a Ripple anywhere? I don't see the black Ripple. It looks like lots of Tron, Ethereum. Exchange analytics. Okay, too much. We'll deal with it later. Yeah, I know you're in Old Salt Trading. So let's make this the same over here. And we're going to look at it on the bigger time frame. So really, let's look at coin market cap. Well, it's definitely lower than Bitcoin, but what would we need for this to take out Bitcoin? I'm bummed. I got to figure out how to see the whales again. But we have the volume picking up a little bit, right? We have more volume here, more volume here. Volume is descending overall. I haven't had a chance to see what's going on with the SEC article, excuse me, not article, but the SEC court case. So let's see, it's something Hogan is the gentleman's name, Jeremy Hogan. So this guy does research all about the court case. Although I was exhausted this week, the relist XRP movement got me energized, so I made a mock trial video last night in which I argued the exchange judges should immediately relist. So he goes and he does all of the homework about it. I'm not sure if he owns any Ripple himself, but he breaks it down in layman's terms so you're able to see what's going on. What I find is super interesting is that Ripple has put out their white paper for the central banks to be able to understand why they should participate in a central bank digital currency. And it's being talked about around the world with, if you go to forexfactory.com, talking about it around the world. So it's really interesting to see that, you know, there's so many people that are behind this. It's already being used as a digital currency, which sort of goes against the whole lawsuit. And if they can get to the dismissal point about the proper filings, earlier it was really funny. It's like, you need to advise us that you're going to be filing for a delisting. And somebody had done a meme. They're like, okay, I'm going to be advising you that I'm going to be advising you about going to the bathroom. So here's my advice that I'm going to be going to the bathroom. So can I go to the bathroom? The red tape of the legal system. But they open the door for the dismissal of the case. So we will see definitely what's going to be happening with this case. Right now, like I said, it's only really in the US that there's an issue in trading it. Why? Do they want to suppress the price in the US? Do they want to confiscate all of the Ripple in the US so that then they can utilize it for the Fed themselves? There's always an ulterior motive when you see cases like this. You don't see a case like this happening with Dogecoin. You don't see a case happening with Sia Coin, right? You only see it with Ripple. So then you have to look at the flip side. Why are the smoke and mirrors happening potentially with this court case to make people not want it? Only in the States is this going on, right? In Canada, there's no issue. In Asia, there was just the executive from Uber, ex-executive from Goldman Sachs that used to work in their Asian division that is now working with Ripple for their Asian division. So a lot of positive things are happening. They're in talks with central banks around the world. It's already being used in 55 different countries. That would mean 154 other countries would need to jump on board and join in. And then, you know what? Awesome. This is now our new digital currency. So I look at it as this is super low risk. If I buy 1,000 coins, that's $490. What happens if those 1,000 coins go to 1,000? You guys saw I just did a 1,020 right here, 1,020. So if that 1,020 happens to go to $1,000 each, low cost, $497 to have $1 million value. That's the way trading can work, is the risk to reward. So that's why I like this, because they originally came to solve a solution for the world to be a central digital bank currency. They've solved the SWIFT trading process to be in seconds. They have approached central banks around the world. There's already 55 countries and plenty of others. Let's see, Ripple.com. We can go and look at their customers. You guys will see a ginormous list that pops up. American Express is one of them. Oh, that's not it. Global network. Here we go. Who runs on it? Look at this. That's quite a lot. 55 different countries at worldwide. Let's go to resources. Let's see what they have for resources. Blockchain payments, press releases. Let's see what they have for press releases. Points, our statement partnering with MoneyGram. And then the MoneyGram said, hold on a second, you guys are in this lawsuit, we're going to suspend it, right? Carbon neutrality, they are a very green company. They are not looking to be a drain on the world's energy system. Salvatore, it's coming. So there's so many different things coming out. Let's see what's in their newsroom. Ripple CEO lawsuit in bad crypto in the US. Blockchain firm Ripple sees no fallout. Ripple says SEC picking crypto winners and losers in the fight. They won't release the information about Ethereum and Bitcoin. The status and prospects of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and more with Ripple. So this is interesting. This looks like this is a podcast. James, you had a what are the successes? So here's a cool podcast. I'll put that in the description down below if you guys want to listen to this. Ray Dalio from Bridgewater says governments will kill Bitcoin. Ray Dalio is saying governments will kill Bitcoin. If you haven't done any research about Ray Dalio, he is a big macroeconomics analyst about the world data that's going on. And many times he's correct. You cannot find the past posts on Telegram. Oh, Lee, have you found my Telegram channel at all? It's under Airplane Jane. Let's see if I can pull it up for you. I don't think I posted anything this morning. Maybe I did. Hold on. I did 6:54. All right, can you guys see it? If you zoom in, I know that it will. It says Airplane Jane -XRP Bull. We'll see. Mickey the Kid. We'll see. Yeah, he's amazing. So what's in store for this year? So there's lots of great things. Do your research. I've done my research on Ripple. That's why I have personally taken a position in it. Do your research. See if this is going to be something. I like this one. Fortune is saying the SEC is dead wrong. All right. At the heart of the SEC's case against Ripple is a dispute over the legal advice. So there's lots of good things that are coming out. Ripple, Japan rallies behind Ripple, right? Ripple case highlights need SEC clarity on crypto. Can they bridge borders for payments? So lots of good things here, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up for today. I know I sort of went on the crypto world over here. But yeah, 1,000, let's see. It's up already from when I purchased it, 0.62138, and we're at 0.62774. So good stuff to come. And check out, let me see, my favorite song recently. The song that I listened to today was Jason Mraz, All Things Good or something like that. Hold on. It's on my Shazam. I want you guys to listen to it. Oh, it's on my Twitter for the ones that I did Look for the Good. So listen to Look for the Good today. I want you guys to listen to that. It'll probably brighten your day. Look for the good in everything. And have an amazing day. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great